When you hold the 1962 1 Rand gold coin from South Africa, you're not just holding a piece of metal. You're holding a snapshot of history, art, and value, all in one small object. Imagine a moment in time during the early 1960s in South Africa, when the country was forging its own identity in the world, and at the same time issuing coins that would become prized by collectors many decades later. This coin was struck in 1962, during the so-called First Decimal Series of South African coinage, 1961 to 1964, a transitional period when the nation was moving away from its older currency system. Munstuck.com +1 at the time, the authorities decided to issue gold coins in small denominations, gold R1 and R2, partly as a symbol of prestige and partly for collectors and investors. Moro.si +2 onlinecoin.club +2 The coin weighs about 3.994 grams in total. Munstuck.com +2 onlinecoin.club +2 Its gold content is 22 carats, meaning it is 91.667% gold, that is, 0.91667 fineness, with the remaining portion typically alloyed with copper to give durability and strength. Onlinecoin.club +2 Munstuck.com +2 The diameter is 19.50 millimeters, and its thickness is around 1.11 millimeters. Munstuck.com +2 onlinecoin.club +2 Its edge is reeded, milled, as is common on many coins of this style. Onlinecoin.club +2 Munstuck.com +2 On the obverse, front face, you see the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, 1619 to 1677. The Dutch colonial administrator often considered a founding figure in the history of Cape Town and early European settlement in South Africa. Onlinecoin.club +1 The portrait faces forward, and along the shoulder or truncation, you can often see the initials WM, referring to Willie Myburgh, the die engraver responsible for that side. Munstuck.com +2 onlinecoin.club +2 Encircling the obverse is the motto in both English and Afrikaans. Unity is strength, and Eendrag maak mag. Onlinecoin.club +1 On either side of that motto design are small rosettes for balance. Onlinecoin.club On the reverse, backside, the coin features the springbok antelope, a graceful and iconic national symbol of South Africa. Onlinecoin.club +1 The designer was Coer Lawrence Steinberg, whose initials CLS appear subtly in the field near the design, often between S and the ground under the springbok. Onlinecoin.club +1 Above the springbok is the year 1962, flanked with decorative elements, and surrounding it are the words South Africa +1962 +Suid-Afrika. Onlinecoin.club Below the springbok is the denomination 1R, 1 Rand, flanked by small rosettes. Onlinecoin.club +1 This coin was issued in limited numbers. The total mintage for the 1962 1 Rand gold issue was 6,299 pieces, which includes proof coins. Munstuck.com +1 of those proof specimens accounted for 2,344 pieces. Onlinecoin.club +1 Because of that modest mintage, and because many have been saved, lost, or damaged over time, surviving high-quality specimens are relatively rare and much sought by collectors. Onlinecoin.club +1 Some specialist sources also distinguish between a yellow variety and a red variety of 1961 to 1962 coins, with the yellow variety commanding about 15% more value than the red variety. Munstuck.com +2 Munstuck.com +2 Although minted during that early 1960s era, coins of this type were still recognized as legal tender, even after subsequent issues of regular circulating Rand coins. Onlinecoin.club +1 Over time, however, their intrinsic bullion value far outstripped their face value, so in practice they ceased to be used in commerce. Onlinecoin.club +1 They were not demonetized. They technically remained legal tender, but nobody would tender them in daily transactions because their gold value is far higher than their nominal 1 Rand status. Onlinecoin.club Later, in 1967, The Krugerrand series was introduced, which gradually overshadowed these early gold rand coins in terms of bullion investment and collector demand. Wikipedia plus 2 onlinecoin.club plus 2 The classic springbok motif used on those early rand coins was carried over into the Krugerrand design. Onlinecoin.club plus 1 To truly understand the appeal of this coin, you must consider condition, rarity, and provenance. A coin in mint or near mint condition will fetch a premium, especially if it is a proof example or a rare, yellow variety. Slight wear, scratches, or damage can reduce value significantly. Provenance and certification by coin grading experts also play a role, as cautious collectors pay more for coins with solid documentation. Now imagine how many collectors, investors, and history buffs would be drawn by hearing the story of this coin. A gold artifact from the dawn of decimal South African currency, beautifully designed, small in mintage, yet packed with symbolism and metal value. Describe the details of the portrait, the springbok, the rosettes, the delicate edge milling. Let your viewers see those features in their mind's eye. Explain how a coin of under 4 grams could command a commanding price because of rarity and demand, how the alloying copper adds robustness, how the engraving initials of the artist connect you to the men who created the dies nearly 7 decades ago. Invite viewers to imagine holding it, inspecting it, feeling its weight, admiring the glow of nearly pure gold. You can tell them how this coin stands at the crossroad between art, history, and finance. A relic of South Africa's shifting monetary system, a showcase of fine coin artistry, and a gold investment hidden in miniature form. You might draw comparisons to later gold coins like the Krugerrand, pointing out that this coin laid a design foundation for later issues. You could also evoke the rarity. Out of 6,299 minted, only a portion remain in high grade, and many may remain undiscovered or in private collections. For any collector aiming to own a piece of gold coin history from South Africa, this 1962 1 rand is a silent but powerful ambassador of that era. Let the audience feel the tension. Here is something small, no bigger than a coin you could put in your palm, yet it carries centuries of human ambition, artistry, and value. It is a time capsule, a small golden window into a forgotten era. Those who acquire it not only own a piece of gold, they own a piece of story, craftsmanship, and national legacy.